don't believe this.
No.
So the call of we believe as Muslims that God's truth has to be consistent. You know this, the truth of God, it has to be clear and consistent.
Okay.
What would you say to that? Do you think that makes sense?
It makes sense, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because the story of you have a man, parents, and Marie and Joseph, all that stuff, it seems like fiction.
Oh, it seems like fiction. I mean, what would be a greater fiction? Mary giving birth as a virgin, or the universe having a beginning but coming about from nothing? What's more fiction?
The first one, Mary, is fiction, and the
universe, which
universe coming from
nothing. You know what nothing is?
No. It doesn't come from nothing, but does it come from God or of someone who wants that?
Okay.
Because you know it took so long. You know how many? If our life, if all the life of the universe, it's one day. Do you know at what times arrives the human being?
Probably late 11:59.
It's the human being arrived at 11:58.
Oh, 58.
58.
I was close.
33:58 minutes. It is the beginning of the human race.
Right.
Not the human race. C'était quoi déjà?
Human species?
Le tour de human. No, it was not the human species. It was. C'est quoi la 23h58?
Was it the primates? Was it the life?
Yes, the primates.
Which one?
Pas les dinosaures et ça. The human beings, it's about 23:58 minutes.
But before that,
and if this is all the clock is the universe, this is, you know, and we will fucked up the earth in 2 minutes.
I want to just, on this cycle, imagine there's a matter somewhere in 13.78 billion years ago, something close to the, before the inflation or something. If it was matter like this bottle, can it make any change? Like, can this make, what do you like for food? Do you like pasta? Do you like macaroni? Right? Can this make pasta?
Yes, it could become in 2 million years.
So you really believe this knows how to make pasta?
This water makes all life on earth.
No, not water. Not bottle.
This bottle, now it will disappear.
Can this bottle make pasta now?
No.
Why not?
Why?
Can it? It's the question of possibility, ability. I would say, like you said, no, because to make pasta, you need at least 4 conditions fulfilled, minimum 4. One is to be aware of yourself. So if I want to make pasta, and I forget the bottle now. If I or you want to make pasta, and if you are not aware of yourself, like we were in a coma or we were dead, we won't be able to make pasta. So the first condition seems to be that we need to be aware before making any changes. Secondly, let's say we are aware. We know who we are, we know, and then I don't have any intention to make pasta. You don't intend to make pasta, then you do everything else. You visit Speaker's Corner, have a nice day, and you go back. Would pasta be ever made if you don't intend it?
No, but if I don't exist, if the first one is not okay, the second one is not okay.
But suppose you exist, suppose you are aware, but you don't intend to do it.
Okay.
You're not going to get pasta made. Suppose you are aware and you have the intention, but you don't have the ability. Like, you know, my friend tied me up like this, tape, like, I can't move. Can I make pasta?
No.
I can't make pasta. I not only need awareness, ability, will, but then also something else I need before I make pasta. Imagine you ask me to make pasta, so I take this bottle and hit it from the heart. There you go, that's your pasta. That's not pasta. I need to know what pasta is. I need to know the components,
yes,
how to arrange them together. I need to know knowledge. So these 4 components,
I think we need more than 4, but
these are minimum. We need more, absolutely, I agree. I could go on. So this minimum 4 component is just to make faster this universe undergoing change within the cycle that you talked about. No change will happen unless there is agency who is aware, who has the ability, who has
because
knowledge,
you see that
and who
with your
intends
being
it.
point of view, human being point of view.
Not human being. Any changes for anything. Think about anything in your life.
But you think that the bird who were there, or the little fish, one day they went out the ocean and they climbed and they became. It was because he wants to.
Fiction.
Look at the evolution. It's not fiction. It's science.
This is assumption, not pseudoscience. I'll tell you why pseudoscience. Science to us is a methodology in which you have an assumption, an axiom, like the world is real and we can make sense of it. Based on that, we say we can observe, we can predict, and we can make repetitions of it. Repeatability, experimentation, observation, repeatability. With evolution, you can't see the fish going up, climbing and becoming something else. It's too long. You can't repeat it. So this is not science, it's a pseudoscience. It's based on prediction only, not based on evidence and observation and repetition.
But you think so that's God who decide to put trees there?
You see, anything that you have a model for the variation of life, because that's what evolution does.
Variation, yes.
One component is missing from there, which I would, based on that component alone, I would reject it. That component is agency. Without an agent driving with laws, then nothing will proceed. Imagine, in our universe,
And the boss of your agency is your God.
No, don't jump to a conclusion. You are jumping. You're like a blind believer. No, we shouldn't be a blind believer. We should make explanations and come to the best explanation by inference, and then make our decisions. That's true scientists, and that's a true believer too. If you ask him, this is the process of how we arrive at belief and have conviction. So what I'm saying is, the one component that is missing from evolutionary model is the agency part. Because without laws put in place by an agent and controlling and maintaining that law, nothing will happen. Evolution will not take place. Evolution is only possible because of the law which is existent in our physical world.
When you speak about agency, you speak about a law, something like hierarchical things. So do you think God is boss?
I'm saying, if you didn't have a law in which, for example, a bigger... It's okay. No, unintended, no worries. If you have a heavy object and a less heavy object, and the law is the heavy object will pull towards its center the smaller object. If you didn't have that law, then you will be flying around now, you will be here. So this law allows us to be still walking on the earth. Evolution, talking about cells coming together, recognizing with each other, these are laws that determine. For example, give you a very basic example. When human beings develop in the mother's womb, initially it was like a cell that divides. 1 to 2, 4, 16, 18, and it multiplies, right? But what happens after that? It doesn't stop there. The cells, they start migrating to different places. And they differentiate themselves. They make it different cells. The cells of the skin are not the same cell as your heart. So the cells that we're going to make skin, they all go and come around that area. Something tells them in a program, go there because you're supposed to be...
Yes, it's called ADN. It's called ADN.
No.
DNA.
In the DNA. The program is in the DNA. Excellent. Something programmed in the DNA for it to go there and to make this tissue of the skin. The cell that will make your heart, all the cells that will go around everywhere, but eventually they come to that place. And they'll make that tissue, and eventually the organ, the heart. They don't go to... It is a organized system, program, to behave this way. If there wasn't a program, it was not going to happen. Evolution.
And who wrote this program?
That's the question I'm asking.
Yeah.
It cannot be a blind process. It has to be intelligent agency. That makes sense. A blind process.
What about Darwin with evolution?
You know, Darwinian evolution is a model with all these holes like a Swiss cheese. Yeah? It has some good things, it tries to explain, but the essential components are missing, like agency. If we start giving nature is blind, but yet it controlled with random mutation, and then it led people to become from single cellular to multicellular. Nature doesn't have a mind. Nature doesn't have consciousness. It's like a bottle.
Nature has time.
Oh, natural wall. I mean natural wall. Natural wall is like a bottle. It doesn't have a brain. It doesn't know it exists. It doesn't know to think. So it cannot direct, say, you know what, let there be mutation and then become good, and then there are things that it's not going to work with some. And by the way, this is one thing that evolutionists don't tell you. Mutations are not random. Latest scientific discovery from the last few years. Mutations are not driven by random processes. I would really love you to go and research this. It's not.
Yeah, it doesn't work. The thing who doesn't work, they die.
Yeah.
And the rest is living.
You know, Darwinian evolution was on the premise, eventually, or post-Darwinian, because of random mutation things that's happened, right? Now we know it's not true.
But those, you know,
So who is the boss of your agency is God.
no, but you mentioned
intelligence.
you mentioned time, right? You mentioned there's lots, all this time.
We have so the nature and all that stuff. They had so much time. You
Yeah.
know,
Not enough.
how many billion years?
So let's-
in fact, it's not good.
So let's
And it's
reverse.
like this one. That's
enough
right.
time.
Let's reverse time. Shall we reverse time?
Go back to
If we reverse time, the laws that the brother spoke about, how the cells differentiate and they know where to go, the laws of the tree, photosynthesis, they know, how these cells, they migrate to their various places. If you rewind time back, imagine rewinding the film of life. You have the earth shrinks. It was once part of the sun, and then the sun shrinks, and then eventually things start shrinking, and you come down to the point at which the universe began.
Our God is so old. If I listen to you,
Yeah.
our God is so old.
Yeah, yeah.
Our God
So-
is not old because He created time.
So go back right to the beginning. The same laws that govern how the world works. There's far more laws now than there were before, right? Because when there was a very, very tiny matter compressed, right? We know that the laws were far less. There were
Should have been, yeah.
there was only 4 laws: gravity, the weak and strong nuclear forces, and gravity and electromagnetism.
I don't know.
That's what they tell us.
We want to
I don't know
one,
either.
but we are trying to make it one law, laws of everything, right?
But these laws needed to be there in the beginning. Otherwise, the universe wouldn't have begun. No gravity, no electromagnetism, then hydrogen, there would be no hydrogen. No hydrogen, it wouldn't transform into helium.
And if it was an accident,
Okay,
Accident
we'll go there.
is not going to explain the complexity and harmony. If it was accidents, why not accidents now? Why doesn't, for example, the Earth spin the other way by accident?
because perhaps it tried the other, it doesn't work, so it works like this.
No, the problem is accident means things can happen anytime by accidents anyway.
No.
But it doesn't happen.
Everything
our-
that's accident die, and what is the accident
No,
which is
what I mean-
good?
What I mean,
continues.
Okay, that's good.
What
That's
I
good.
mean, what I
Very good.
mean by this is this: if we invoke accidents as a reason or a cause behind the origin of our universe and the expansion and the complexity, then accidents is still here today. Accident means no cause. It just happens. Why don't we see by accident, for example, suddenly?
There are a lot of shitty things happening now.
No, not those things. Why doesn't, for example, the sun now turns into a potato by accident? I know it's funny. By accident could happen, right? Why does it happen?
I don't know if it will never happen.
I wanted to laugh with you, but that's the reality. This is what I mean by accidents. By accident, it could, but it doesn't. It follows a strict rules of nature, which nature has been endowed or bestowed with by a lawmaker, a rule giver. Motor, you drive, right?
Yeah.
Do you drive? Did you learn how to drive? Red, stop, green, go? Yeah?
Rules.
Yeah, rules. Rules don't come from accidents. Rules are formulated, codified by intelligence. We have rules in our universe. Electromagnetism, gravity, these are rules. You can't just simply say accidents. Accidents is not a good explanation. Best explanation? Intelligence. Agency.
What do you think? What do you think of that? What's more what's more reasonable?
Oh, I think
As an intelligent human being who lived, you seem like a man of advanced age. Do things happen randomly and by
He's not
accident?
even 40 yet.
He's younger than me. He's younger than me. I'll give you that. Yeah?
il dit que je suis vieux, mais non. Attendez, c'est complètement ce que je dis.
So, according to your life experience,
Yeah.
what's the word for plausible? Something more simple. What's more obvious? Accident, chance that brings about these laws, or intelligence?
I think.
Give him an example before you think.
Those glasses.
Don't think.
Hold on, don't think.
You don't need to think about this.
Don't think. An example will illustrate better. You are a tourist here, right? You don't live in London.
No, I'm living in Brussels.
Right. If you go to your hotel or your room or your whatever B&B, whatever, and you find a box wrapped up like a present, you know you locked the room and you have the key. You can't simply say, it just popped into existence. There you go, it came from nowhere. You wouldn't think that way. You would think, who else has the key? The cleaners, someone else, the manager, whatever. You are not going to invoke maybe flying spaghetti monsters. You're not going to do that. You're not
Going through the potatoes of the sun.
Exactly. You're not going to say it's chance and accident. You will say a box wrapped up, some intelligent agency has the key to open up my door and put it there. That is what we're saying. What's the best explanation?
So either the universe, with these laws implanted in the universe, these laws are part of the universe. Either they came about from nothing, or the thing that brought the universe into existence has to have implanted them, placed them in the universe. Now this can't be mindless, non-intelligent being,
Like
this bottle, like your glasses.
Yeah.
It has to be a being.
I think this superpower we are talking about, this so intelligent superpower create everything. Let's call it God if you want.
maybe called creator.
It's quite invisible now, and what does he do? Because of that shit everywhere. So he could help
Gives
us a
us-
little bit more.
Okay, good question. Suppose that now we arrive at an intelligent creator, why are there still so much malaria, earthquake, disaster, war, cancer? There's a reason for it. And that reason is tied with why we are here in the first place. We have, as you and I will acknowledge, we have free will. Meaning, you're not a robot. Someone has not programmed you to do exactly. You can decide to talk here or just walk away, for example. Free will. People abuse free will. And because of abuse of free will, there is disease. People, you drink. When you're pregnant, you get fetal alcoholic syndrome. Yeah? Many things like that. Cancer, you cause a hole in the ozone layer by CFCs, and then those rays comes in and causes skin cancer. We pollute the ocean, destroy the sea, life. Chemicals that we put in the chicken so that the eggshell can be strong. And we don't know the effect it
So
has.
we affect them.
We affect ourselves and cause lots of problems. So lots of things it's our fault. But some things not our fault because it's not for us to do. For example, I don't make earthquakes. It's to do with how the plate tectonics are moving from each other and then they make earthquakes. But God, the Creator, tells us He didn't create us for fun. He wanted to create a human being with free will and see whether they're able to understand the difference between good and bad, right and wrong, and come to their own conclusion that we need to be grateful to the one who made us.
Okay, but so after we will go after we have go.
No problem.
Sure.
And so, why do you pray? Because the God put you there and make you. It's better if you do good. It's better if you do good. You don't fucked up. You don't pollute the thing. You don't put CFC. But why do you pray?
So the prayer, I'll tell you the reason why we pray, because prayer is something that when we invoke God for help, God can answer our prayers various ways.
But He doesn't listen because...
No. It's not like this. There are ample evidence from history that prayers work. But we don't use a prayer to be an evidence for God existing. Because God can answer your prayer in so many different ways. Three ways He tells us He answers. Either He removes some problem and affliction from you, or answers exactly what you want, or He reserves it in the hereafter. But if everyone's prayer was answered they want, make me the richest and the strongest, there'd be chaos in this world. So God in His wisdom, He allows which prayer to be answered. But He tells us how to live this life. Don't cheat, don't oppress, don't kill, don't rape.
The books.
God tells us how to do good way of living. People don't listen, and that's why they create problems. In Gaza, thousands of children were murdered. For what crime? Just because they are Palestinians.
It's not their fault, no?
Of course not.
The children is not their fault.
It's not their fault.
Sometimes they
So-
believe in God too.
Yeah. So what happened is people who kill them are at fault by killing and murdering them. So God will account them in the hereafter, and they will be punished if they're guilty. And we know they're guilty. Who can justify killing of children? No one. You can never justify killing children because they are innocent. So those people who do, they are wicked, real bad people, and that's why the world is in a state like that. Existence of people who have their ideas like that.
Famous.
It's like football.
You'll become famous. The Speaker's Corner, yeah, I've been in Speaker's Corner.
There's so many
And we had a
people
good
filming.
discussion.
They put it on YouTube. Or
Yeah.
What they do in Speaker's Corner, as you know, we are Muslims. We want to make educational discussions so people can learn both sides and then understand where the reality is.
The truth lies.
If you do one-sided lecture, who's going to listen? Yeah. So we want to hear both sides, your views, my views, and people who are, and they say, now I understand. So it's an educational purpose. Some people do it for money. But what we're saying is, we should do it for education, do it for good, so people benefit from it.
Okay,
Some people do a living out of making videos. They left their job and making money out of it. They get hundreds of thousands of views.
It's new
But
jobs.
what we're saying is you people need to make your intentions clear, because that's not what you should be doing it for. Because you need to be sincere to yourself. Don't exploit others' discussion. Do it for the benefit of people, so people benefit from each other. Not put every rubbish up in the internet. You know, you sneeze and they put it out in the internet, YouTube video. Oh, someone's had a sneeze. What rubbish is this? But we really enjoyed discussing with you.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure. Thank you
All the
so
best.
much.
Thank you, Maria.
Have a nice
Trip.
trip.
Yeah.
Take care and look after yourself and ponder the things that we said. Speak to your friends in Belgique and continue the discussion. Take care. All the best.
But